Hello moms, my name is Sarah Chapman and I'm here to give a review for the ToDo app for mind organization for moms. I'm going to do it on my iPad so you have a bigger screen so you can see it better. But anyway, this is the home screen that you see. And here I have in the ToDo app, it comes with all tasks, focus list, starred, task, and inbox. Those are their lists that you can't change. And then from home on down here are my personalized lists that I've personalized myself. You will see that home, computer, telephone, errands, and love are my lists that Mind Organization for Moms uses. However, I've added work, church, cleaning, bills, someday, travel, and pay on here for my own personal use. So you will be able to I'm going to show you how I use this digital application to do my mind organization. So for the on the brain section, my calendar, my immediate next actions are on here. For my calendar, if you come up here, there's a little 14 sign right here, and it shows up a calendar right here. And so if I just want to click on, say I want to find something for tomorrow, I click on the 15th and here's my list of things that I have to do for tomorrow. And then I have to click on this little X button up here to reset it, and now it shows up all of my tasks right here that's highlighted. So like I said before, I have my immediate next actions on here, but I also have for the on the brain once a week, my important next actions are also on here as well. I just categorize them as according to date, and so I actually have both immediate and important next actions all on my digital ToDo app. And so I'm going to show you how I go and do this, and so I'm going to just kind of walk you through this. So all tasks, it shows all of my tasks along this edge. You will see I have some that are red. That means that they are overdue, that I haven't been doing them. You'll come to the next one, is called the focus list, and this actually just focuses on just the one day or the next few days. So that's basically your immediate next actions list. It would be your focus list. The next one is called the starred tasks. These are your, you can, I only have 2 on here, but these are my very important that I need to get done in that day, and so I put a star on them. And then inbox is it works just like your paper inbox. So you have so if you have papers, so here, like if something gets thrown at you, you don't want to categorize it quite yet, you just come up here to the plus sign up here and say, oh, I need to mail registration. So it's just a random thought that comes into your mind. Say you're out and about and you need to get that done, but you don't want to go through all the steps to categorize it and put it in the right lists and put due dates and times and all that kind of stuff. You just put mail registration, put return, and it goes into your inbox. So here it is, your mail registration. And from here, you take it, and when you have more time, you come into your inbox right here, click on mail registration, and this is how you go through and you actually categorize it in according to context and lists and all those things. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So you put the title here. The next part is you can add a note if you'd like, if you need extra information about it. But this next part is called an add task action, and from here you can enter your URL. So for here, say it's a car registration, so you'd put the actual URL for the registration to go pay for your car. So you do www.californiadmv.gov, right? So you'd actually type it in. I don't even know if that's the correct URL, but anyway, you get the idea. So you type the URL there, and then it would show up, and what you do is you just click on it, and it takes you to the actual URL where you can actually go and pay for your registration. So the next part is you have a date. So you set the date there, and then you have a time, you have priority, you can make alerts if you want for that part, and then you can also go in here and you can do a repeat, and I'll just show you another example for repeat in a minute. But then there's also, here's your lists. So mail registration would fall onto the computer list because that's where you would do your registration as well as your context. Okay, so you also have a tag list, so you can tag it. So if you wanted to see anything that's regarding your children, I have tags for children, food, the gym that I work for, a program that I'm going through. I have a kettlebell business and an organizing business, and then I have a calling in my church. So you can tag it according to the different hats that you wear for that section. And then let me push done, and I'm going to show you some more things. So that's your inbox. So then for here's my home list. And then I have computer, telephone, errands, and love. So my home list over here, you can see that I've timed this one. That's why it's red. So 3:30. So this was a half hour ago. I was to have my afternoon snack and smoothie. Haven't done that yet, so I'm not going to check it off. But I'm just going to click on this and show you how I do the repeat thing. So down here, you have a repeat. So this is something that I want to do every day. But you can change it to every week, every 2 weeks, every month, quarterly, semi-annually, every year, okay? So this is what makes it really cool is that you can, so here every X days, you can do 1 day, 1 week, months, years, or you can go back and change it to every first Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the second, third, or fourth, or the last, or on certain days of the week, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to click back to every day because that's what I want to do, that every day. And then you can set it yourself to some alerts, which I mentioned earlier. You can do 5 minutes before, an hour before, and it has, you know, noises that will help you to alert you. So that's that part. Let's see. So yeah, so these are some of my home things that I do. With my kids, I have a theme day. So like tomorrow is, you know, be thoughtful and think. And then here on my notes, I say what that's about. So we're going to do letter writing service, use our brain somehow. I do it every week. I do it at home. It's under my children tag. Okay, kind of get the idea. Let's see, what's another one we can do? Okay, so here you'll see that these little things on the ends here. So this one shows that there's a note. So there's just like a little explanation for it, just a little bit more. And if you click on it, that's where the note is right here, this piano dance sport. So that's what that icon is. But if you see, there's an icon right here. So this one, let's click on that. And this is the introduction to the value of the month. I do the IRS value of the month. And so this is where I was talking about earlier about the add task action. So you click on it, and it takes you to their valuesparenting.com, which is cool, right? So then you can go see what the value of the month is. So let me go back into my, so this is what the ToDo app actually looks like, the ToDo app icon. So click it back, and it takes you back. And so I do this on the first Monday of each month. And then I tag it. I actually did not tag it in children, so let's go ahead and do that. And back. Okay, so we do that at home. Okay, so this one is when it's highlighted like that. What this is I haven't done the subtitles for it yet, but this is a checklist. So for my monthly chalkboard, let's go ahead and do this right now. For my monthly chalkboard, I do a scripture for my kids to memorize. I also do a poem and a song. And then we also write down the value of the month that we're working on. Okay, so that gives you a checklist of, okay, so each month this is the things that I'm going to be doing. Okay, so that's how you do that part. So then when you want to go back to the home screen, and then go down to monthly chalkboard again. So you're going to click on it, and now it's going to show you your list of things to do. So this calendar doesn't always have to be here. Like I said, I use the calendar in this, but if you don't want to use the calendar, you just go up here to the 14 again and just click on it, and it takes it away, so you don't have to see it. So if you want to add a new one, you just hit that plus sign and you can add another part to your monthly chalkboard. Alright, so then here's my computer list, and then you can also see all your completed ones as well. Is on that. Okay, so you'll notice, so we talked about these icons. Those are for the websites. This icon actually has a person, a contact. So I'm supposed to send this lady my weight and measurements. So if you click on it, it's going to take you right to her contacts. So I could either send her a message, an email, to let her know like what I'm supposed to do with that stuff. So that's what's cool, is that when you ever see a picture, that means that you're contacting somebody. Okay, and then here for my telephone, I schedule my haircuts. That's the person I schedule with, and that's actually on repeat every 8 weeks. Okay, so that's what's so cool, is you can really customize it to how you want it. And then right here, this whole long list, this is actually birthdays. So I put in, so my nephew's birthday is coming up, and I always I try to make telephone calls, or at least give them an email. So I have all the birthdays and everything listed on here, which would also coincide with my calendar as well too, because that's where I'd put them all. So you're going to see a long list of people's names, because that's for the future, is I'm going to contact them, about their birthday or whatever, or their special day. So that's what I have on that for the telephone. But this is, things that people that I need to contact on the telephone that I'm not going to do within the 2-minute rule. It can wait a couple days. Like this one, for example, I'm going to go on a date night with this couple, and that's her name. I want to contact her on Thursday about going out on Friday. Okay, so then the errands list. This is what's cool about the errands list, which I love, is you can, come down here a little bit farther, and so these ones say no due date. Okay, so these are the stores that I go to all the time, constantly, all the time, right? So Costco, it's always there, and when I go to the store, I never actually check them off, because these are the things I always get at Costco, so I never check them off. But my list is there, so I know what to do when I go to Costco and what things I need. I've got a Target list, a Trader Joe's list, Amazon, right? So that's what's cool. The next one is the love list. We do 5-facet review. We just started really doing that, me and my husband. And so this is our checklist, making sure that we cover all 5 of those areas in the 5-facet review. Me and my husband have an executive session. These are the things that we'd like to cover in that every Sunday. So that's the love list. So these are the things that you're talking to somebody that you love about, like your husband or whatever. So that's what that one. So now that we've gone over the home, computer, telephone, errands, and love, these next few lists are just my own personal lists. So just the many different hats that I have. I have a work one, so I have an organizing business, and I teach kettlebells, and so that's what all this information's about. I have a church. Under the church one, in my church, I have different things that need to be taken care of, so that's what that list is. And then, I obviously make do them in context. So I have my church, and then I'm going to make telephone calls to certain people, or if I need to do something at home for somebody, I put it in context according to that. my cleaning list. I have a daily cleaning list that I just make sure that I get covered each night that I can see. I have a Friday list that I do every Friday, and then I have a Monday list that I do on Mondays. Then I also have monthly, quarterly, and semi-annual. And I actually, a lot of these things I got from the housework supplement that April Perry has. So that was really helpful to have that. So I just have that under my cleaning list. And what's cool too is you have these cute little icons. And you can color code them too. So I also have a bills list. So it just has, just so that I know either the certain times of the month these bills go out, just so that I can see them there. They do come out of my account, most of them, but it's nice to know that they're just put somewhere so I can see it. They also have a someday one. So these are, you know, things, I actually just purchased these two things, that's why they're clicked off, but these are just things that I want to someday buy or do. I obviously need to add to that list. But yeah. So here in travel, actually this is where I want to show you the projects. So on the Brain Once a Week is our projects list, right? Well, I obviously put all my projects in here as well. So I'm going to show you, I have this dream to do 12 countries in 12 months with my kids. It's just something that I've always wanted to do. And so here's my project right here, okay? So right here, this top one is a checklist where it says 12 countries. So I only have a few of them for right now that I want to hit. And then I have a person next to it who I can talk to about that certain country and learn more information about it. So this is my checklist of the countries I want to see. The next one is my budget. I'm writing down things that I need a budget for. This is not totally done, obviously, but it's a good start. I'm just kind of showing you how a project is. So you have checklists within the project and tasks. So I need to create a binder for each of the countries. Then I have a little note to it. And here's my note. So the note says to include airline, food, hotel, things to do and see, places for kids, hopefully free things, churches and temples, weather, time of the year to be there, peak times, and so forth. Okay, so on a project task, you're going to see the project, the name of the project, the task involved with it, the note that goes with it, and then this is where you can actually prioritize it even more if you'd like, but I haven't got there yet. But you can add a date and time, context and tag it, and just do more in-depth information about it if you need to. Interview 12 people, video journal for each kid. Here's a service opportunities. I'm trying to find service opportunities for my kids to do, so then I'll hit the plus sign and then I'll write down what it would be, right? So that's going to be my checklist eventually. So I just wanted to show you what a project is within this application. So that's what it would look like. And then my last one is just for my information. This is just how I've gotten paid. I just need to make a log of how I get paid for the things that I do. So anyway, that's my long list of what I do on my ToDo app, and I love it so much. So going back to on the Brain Once a Week, you know, you have your projects lists, and then also have my important next actions list within all these lists as well. But my routines and responsibilities, that's basically, you know, here my cleaning list is in there for my daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. But I also incorporate them in all these other areas as well. So like, you know, in the love section, I make sure that we do our 5-facet review. So you're incorporating your routines and responsibilities within all of these lists as well, so that it's all there. So I just wanted to show you really quick my email. So here's my email, and here I have my immediate action, incubation, someday, waiting, and action. Okay, so what I love about the emails is obviously in my inbox right now, I actually have a lot that I still need to put into these different categories. But the cool thing is I just love, I can just go into my immediate action and be like, okay, this is what I can work on today, and how can I move on from here? And then, you know, your incubation, you're just waiting to make a decision on something with these emails. The someday list is, oh, I really want to do it, just not right now. Obviously this one's a little longer. Then your waiting one, you're waiting for a response from somebody else. And then your action stuff, it's not immediate. It can be put on hold for a while. I don't know, I'm just really enjoying Mind Organization for Moms, and it really has been awesome to use, and I'm sure you will find that once you figure out if you want to go digital, this application's pretty easy to work with. There's more intense, more detailed applications. I know OmniFocus is one. I played with it like once or twice before, but I found that this simple to-do app just, it works for me, and hopefully the review has been very helpful, and I'm here to answer any questions if you need anything answered, but this is what the iPad application looks like. If you go on your iPhone, it's actually not going to have this section. So you're just going to pull it up and it's going to look like that, so that when you click on it, it's going to look like that. So that's the only difference between the iPad application and the iPhone application. So hopefully that was helpful and that you enjoyed it, and good luck building your machine.